I don't know if you saw Dorian's interview with Joe Rogan. He talks about surfing being an art form more than it is a sport. And I'm in that camp 100% now. At one point in time, I was like, no way, like this is a sport. But the more that I thought about it, it's so open to judgment, right? Like if you watch something like the US Open at Huntington, and every now and then somebody gets barreled off the pier. They'll find a little left wedge or something and get barreled, come out, they give them a 9. Then somebody does 3 turns, Huntington hops to the inside section, hits the section, they get an 8. I was like, the guy that did the 3 turns, in my opinion, that was harder to do, but the wave quality was better with the other person. But now you have to judge it, right? You have to judge the quality of the wave that the person was fortunate enough to get versus somebody who actually performed better for what they were given. And that started to, like, that idea started to pull me away from the competition sport mindset so much, and being like, well, how do I want to express myself on this wave? Like, maybe I don't have to do 3 to the beach. Maybe I can just chill for the first like half of the wave and set something on the inside. Maybe I can draw different lines just because I haven't drawn, longer lines in a long time. I don't need to stay in the pocket and just go top to bottom the whole time. And that became more philosophy than psychology. It kind of opened up another little branch of the mindset. And I actually started having more fun. I do have a lot of fun progressing and growing, but once I stopped competing, it became this new way of growing in a less high performance way. I guess it's a little spiritual in a sense, where your personality kind of comes out on a wave, like the way that you approach it. And you'll see the soul archers, you'll see the people just real aggressive, which is kind of me. Like, I get a little aggressive on waves, but you see the personalities come out, and it became really fun just to express on the face of the wave. That's the canvas, the boards, the paintbrush, and you're just guiding it through and doing these things. Yeah.
I think that is such an interesting, I think it is such an interesting topic. I mean, I feel like surfing is a little bit of both, obviously, but even if we go with your view and Shane Dorian's view, which I agree with, by the way, that surfing is pure, it is a form of art. It is a form of expression. When you think about the greatest artists, they always start with the fundamentals, right? Even if you look at Vincent van Gogh, like, he probably started doing hyper realistic painting. It was only after like years, decades of being like probably a classic painter, he had mastered those fundamentals, and then he had the skill to now then, okay, you know what, I'm going to break these rules. I'm going to do it in a different way.
Yeah.
And I think with surfing, you probably need to do that as well. You need to master those fundamentals. You need to know how to do a proper cutback and a bottom turn and all that. But then once you got that, that's when you can start adding your flair into it.
Yeah.
Right. Would you agree with that, or how do you think about it?
Yeah, 100%. Because good luck expressing anything on a wave or a canvas if you don't understand the tools that you're using, right? Like, you got to have a base, but also if you have a mastery of the basics, you no longer think about them. It all becomes about expressing. You're not thinking about where's my weight or what type of fin should I use for the day. Like, a lot of things become second nature. A lot of stuff is like Bruce Lee. He's like, don't think, feel. And a lot of that actually resonated with me in the water. So it's like, yeah, man, when you overthink sometimes, which you need to in the beginning, right? When you're trying to master the fundamentals, but once you don't have to think about the bottom turn and you're just reading the wave and you go there, and then the turn just happens. And I think, circling way back to when I was asking my friends in high school, how do you do that? They'd been surfing their entire lives and they're like, never really thought of it. It's second nature. Like, you know what? Now as an adult, I was like, that makes sense. They've spent so much time building these fundamentals, even though it wasn't practice and repetition and breaking down techniques. I was like, they naturally just did it. And over these years, now they don't even think. They just react to what the wave is giving them, and they're expressing what they want to do. You have the power surfers, you have the hipster soul archer guys, you have like the real aggressive, they want to do some turns, you have the air guys. Like, these are all people expressing themselves differently on the waves. It's cool. It's cool seeing the personalities match up with the surf styles.
Yeah, totally. And that is the highest level of surfing. Hey everyone, if you like this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down there and check out our other videos because we got tons of great content to help you improve.